Got 2 spots of drywall I need to fix. One's right there. And the other one is right there. One done by the mover, the other one done by my wife. By knocking my speaker over. Gotta work on that one, but I have one with a plumber had to cut a hole right here. I had to replace that pipe right there. See it? That pipe had to be replaced, so I cut a hole. So now I gotta replace that. That's what I gotta do today. I'm just gonna get to the before video and I will show you after I'm done. Guys, as y'all seen in the earlier video, I was showing y'all the 2 holes. Now this hole's not as big as it looked like on the camera angle because I blew it up. But I wanted to blow it up so y'all can get a better look at the hole right there. I got my gloves on. It's not, like I said, it's not a big hole, small hole that was caused when my wife accidentally knocked over the sports speaker that we usually do when we host and have outside events, or when I'm out there cooking on the grill. I usually use that speaker, but I had to got fixed like 3 spots. One spot was up top, really wasn't that bad, really wasn't that noticeable, but I noticed it, my wife noticed it, so I wanted to fix that, you know what I'm saying, because it was a noticeable thing. And so I had to make sure I had to get the proper stuff, so I went to Lowe's, got everything I needed. So as you see, I got the fabric drywall tape, the color change, high strength hose repair, spackle compound, as you see, about maybe about 3M, pretty good. And of course, a spatula, or putty knife, as they call it. Now, I got a regular one, and I'm gonna use that regular one. I'm gonna need that to be more with the bigger hole. So that's the one I'm gonna use for the spot in the ceiling, of course. And I'm gonna also use this for the spot in the ceiling, as you can see. It's made by that. Pretty good. Also, let me go get the other piece. Some people usually use drywall. I cut a piece of drywall out to replace it. I didn't want to do all that because it's not that serious with that. So instead of using drywall with that, this right here is pretty good. Now that's for that the one hole like I shown above my office roof ceiling. I'm sorry. That's what I'm gonna use for that. Put that over it, and then put some tape over it, and do what I gotta do. Quick fix. Now I could have cut out a piece of drywall and made it a little bit smaller, you know. They had them little pieces with little metal pieces. You can catch them. Like I would have to get 4 or maybe even more than that. But you could have put them like on the 4 corners and then stuck it up there and then screw the drywall into that thing. I could have did all that. I didn't want to do all that. It's like I said, it's a lot more extra that I needed. But I'm able to do this one. So for just in case, if that starts leaking again, this is an easy access point. So for some reason, if that leaks again or has a problem over a period of time, I could just, I know where the spot is because it's going to be discolored, of course. And I can cut the same spot out and have an access hole. Now, I was thinking about putting a door there. It's not like a door, but like an access door, you know. So I don't know if y'all know in your houses, people who own houses, they usually have access points for, say, if your main water line is up under your sink, you know, sometimes I just think it's like almost like an access door, same concept. Um, or your electrical panel, right? You know, you have your fuse box, but they have it behind a exit door or entry door. That's the same concept that you would do like for a water shutout or water replacement point. Same thing. Oh, I could have put a vent up there, like a dummy vent. I didn't want to do all that. I just wanted to have it like a cover up, a fix, but something I can also get to. But with that being said, I'm gonna go and get this party started so y'all can see what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing. Shit, I'm about to take these gloves off and tear this tape off. So you gotta see my beautiful hands. That's cool. And the thing about this fabric tape, man, it can be kind of hard to get to. You gotta kind of be careful with it, because just like any other tape, if you get off on it, man, it could be hell. Like I tell you, reminds me, yeah, like aluminum foil. Right, it reminds me like, God bless. Almost like a aluminum foil, you know? So, right here, got my scalpel razor now. This is what I usually use. Okay, like I said, be careful with this, man, because this blades are sharp. And don't need a lot of tape, right? Because, like I said, it's a small piece right there. But just put enough where you put your spackle on and then just go from there for the tape. And see, truth be told, I'm looking at it now. I really probably don't even want to use no tape. I could just strictly use a spackle. Well, that's probably what I do. That tape for sure will go around this other one right here. Where's my other glove? Okay, so now I'm about to get to it. Let's come from this angle right here. As y'all can see, let's go one more. As y'all can see what I'm looking at right there. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna take this off so I have access to it. And as you can see, the color of it now, once it dries up, it turns white. But right now it's currently this bluish color. But as soon as it dries up, it turns white, right? So that's when you know it's dry. And then that's when you have to sandpaper it down. Now, when I sandpaper it down, of course, I'm gonna put something on my rug, like maybe an old towel so I can catch it. But this is how you do it, all right? Doesn't take a lot. So what you want to do is put access on there, around there. And then, of course, later on, you'll clean it up, like I said, with some So this is what I like this one for. I ain't gonna take the stuff off. Right? So as y'all can see, it's filled up, right? It's filled up. You fill it in a little bit more. That's why you put the extra stuff down there. Probably, like I said, I probably should have put an old towel down, but I didn't. I felt comfortable enough to do it right then and there, so it is what it is. Not as big and deep, so we don't have to use a lot. Ooh. This pot's not big, it's deep, so we don't have to go a lot with it. And of course, like I said, that extra excess, turn white, and then it's fixed. It's filled in. So now, you probably can barely see it now as you can. So there's spot number 2 taken care of. Now, we about to go do the big boy. Hopefully I can set it up well, y'all can see it, but we'll see. Let's go. So, put that towel down in case any debris falls. Got my stool and old sheet down in case any debris falls on the floor. This is what you gotta do. Let's take it to the top. Okay. Here we are. That's the spot we're gonna be working on. That's the task. Let's go. So like I told you, I'll take this adhesive off. One that I had to order from Home Depot. Ooh, we have to take let's get on the stool and try not to take off all. That's what you got to do. It wouldn't be nice. So we go from there to here and make sure it's covered. Like so. Probably should have had my glasses on, but that's okay. We're good. All right? So make sure you see it all the way around. Make sure it's solid all the way through. All right. Okay, so now we got it covered. Next, we get our spackle. Remember I told you I'm doing this one with this one. Fast and final. Let's go. probably should have had my glasses on. Safety glasses. I don't. So if y'all see me go down, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at your boy. You know, he hurting right now. He hurting. You know what I'm saying? He hurting right now. Why? Because he trying to fix his goddamn hole. It's not fun. It's not fun, but damn it, it's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So you always try to get around the edges first, so you got a good foundation. All the way around, maybe smooth it out. All the way around. And then after you go all the way around, you kind of clean it up. Good stuff is spread like almost like, you know what it reminds me of? Like icing. Cake icing. Huh? Y'all know what I'm talking about? That's what it reminds me. You go all the way around this stuff. Usually within 30 minutes, shit's dry. Right. All the way around. Like I said, spread on like cake mix or cake icing. But you gotta get all the way around on the edges first. Right? So now we got all the way around the edges. Pretty much. Pretty much get all the way around the edges right there. Now we cook it. Right, now start to work the middle. Now work the middle. That's when you clean that excess off. Again, probably should have my safety glasses on. I definitely recommend you guys wear your safety glasses if you've never done this shit before. It's a lot better, I promise you. This is the stuff I'll be talking about right here. These gender role things. What I'll be talking about the gender role stuff. This is it. This is my job. My wife doesn't have to worry about this. She's not gonna come down here and fix it and do none of that. She's not doing this shit. This is my job. Make sure it's right, done right. Save us some money. I can do it my goddamn self. I can hire an old strange man coming in and do it. Now the plumbing thing was an insurance thing, right? I would definitely encourage anybody who's a homeowner to get a homeowner's warranty. It's definitely worth having. It's worth investing to, especially find a good one who does cover a lot of the main things that you have to worry about. Say like the big appliances, your washer, your dryer, your heater, your furnace, your AC unit, your hot water heater, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Get those warranty for that, your garbage disposal. And some even do some does the roof, small portion of the roof. Is not no major roof repair. It's not gonna do that. No overhaul, replacement, probably like a replacement of shingles or something like that shit. They do that. You know what I'm saying? Do light plumbing work, you know what I'm saying? So now if you got some major issues, they don't cover on that. Ain't gonna look past you there. That's where you use your homeowner's insurance, and your water company also has like warranties. So I would definitely recommend looking at your water companies. They have their own warranties too, so look into that. It's not too expensive, but definitely tap in with it, see what they cost. It could probably help you, because let me tell you this, being that I work closely with the water company, to see some of the prices they charge, especially when it's on your end, it's nothing nice. You're looking about $5,000, $7,000 to $10,000 worth of work that could be easily done off a backup, trees getting in your roofs, tearing up your pipe, and especially if it falls on you, it's gonna be tough. You ain't gonna like that bill. Of course, then you have to either pay it or get it financed, and either way, it's not a good thing. Especially when you can go out there and just get you a warranty, and that warranty will cover that situation. Okay, so now what I'm doing is trying to go around there and clean up the excess. But I got the foundation pretty much done with it this round. I'm just, around the edges, against the edges of it, going over a little bit more. Yeah. See, that little tub I had wasn't gonna be enough for this. I know this was gonna take a whole lot more. And yes, I do have a lot in that little tub, and hopefully I sealed up good enough where it doesn't dry out, but it could dry out, but it is what it is. Really nothing you can do about that. It's part of it. But I knew this was gonna take about a quarter. This is about a quarter of a tub. And I knew it was gonna take about that much. Now, them big drywall jobs, oh shit, they get them 5-gallon buckets. You know what I'm saying? They get them 5-gallon buckets. Now, fortunately for me, this is not a 5-gallon bucket, this is a quart. And this thing costs about $14 for this quart. I know y'all saying, man, what you doing on holiday? Guys, ain't no off days on as a homeowner. Ain't no off days. Anything can go down at any given moment, and you got to be at a drop of a notice to do what you got to do. Right? Let me tell you one more thing. When you go out of town, I don't care if it's for 2 days, 3 days, a week, 7 days, I would recommend you turn off your main water that comes to your house. Now you can turn off the water valve outside if you have a key. You know what I'm saying, a water key. You can get water keys at your local hardware store. I would recommend you turn your water off. Now fires, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't really turn your power because you got your refrigerator and all them other things, your alarms. It runs off of that, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really turn off your power. I wouldn't recommend you do that for sure. But your water, you can. So what you would want to do, go to your water source. The water source comes from the outside to the inside of your house. Find that, cut it off while you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Cut it off while you're gone. Make sure you turn off. Make sure all your water is turned off already, so when you do come home, you don't make a mess and have your water running as soon as you turn it on. Because you get air in your line. When you get air in your line, it'll spew out real fast. So I would definitely recommend you, if you're going out of town for a couple of days, turn your water off. Now, if you got somebody who's still gonna be there, or somebody's monitoring your house or house sitting for you, don't do it. Of course, that's the obvious, right? Because you got somebody already come over checking in. So if they do, you do get a notification that your water line, you can always have somebody to go turn your water line off and make sure they know where it is. You know, show them how to do it. You know, don't leave it up to their demise, try to figure shit out. Because if you do, it might not end well. I'm just saying. Shit, motherfucker. Guys, this is why you gotta wear glasses. This is where you gotta wear the glasses. You get shit on your shoulder, your eyes, something like that. You don't want that shit in your eye. Shit ain't good. Shit ain't good for your eyes. Bad for your eyes. I'm just saying. So right now, I'm cleaning up the excess around still. The edges still. I got plenty. There's plenty up here. So, next step, after this dry, and I'm not gonna, you know, it's gonna take about an hour or two to dry. All right, it's gonna take about an hour or two to dry. And then what most people comes to is with some sandpaper or a sander. I don't have a sander, so I'm gonna have to use some good old elbow grease and sand that, which is fine. So I'm gonna leave this towel and stuff here, because when I start sanding, that dust and shit gonna fall off. Now, I don't know if you ever seen them sanders. Some of them sanders got a vacuum connected to them, which is good, right? That's what you need. Now with that sander, and when I sand, I don't have a sander. When I start to have to sand, of course my sandpaper's over there, I can't show you. I'll show it to you earlier. When I start to have to sand, I will definitely be wearing my safety glasses, and I will be wearing a mask, because I don't want to breathe none of that bullshit. So white dust falling down on my face, my eyes. Can't have that. I got a bit of see. I want to see my beautiful members, so they can see the process. So right now, currently, I'm through with the drywall thing. I done drywall upstairs. I done drywall right there in my office. And that. Now, like I said, the plumber had to cut a hole into it. And for insurance purposes, you know, it's one of those things you just, let me say this. Certain things you can't do. A lot of stuff I like to do myself for reasons of saving money, don't have to spend money, and don't mind doing certain things myself, because it's an opportunity to learn. Right? It's an opportunity to learn, and I like doing that. But certain things you just can't do, and my main reasons why is because of insurance purposes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was trying to do certain things and they not by a certified plumber or electrician or HVAC or something like that, you can avoid your insurance out, and that's not what you want to do. And then that bill's all on you, and that would be hell to have to deal with. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. I promise you. So, right now, I'll probably let this thing dry up here for 24 hours. 24 hours for this. Now, it says fast drying. Small drywall repairs is what it was. It says fast drying, 30 minutes, paint ready. I'm gonna let it dry 24 hours. Just me. You know, I'm not in a hurry. Like I said, that smile over there is not in a hurry. It's no big deal. It was an ISO when it was open. Now it's no longer open. So, yeah, 24 hours. And then after it dries, I come through with my sandpaper and I sand it down. And you sand it as smooth as you want. And then once you sand it down, it'll be ready to paint. So, guys, this is how you do drywall. Like I said, there's a couple ways you could do it. I chose it this way. There's another way you can, like I said, cut a piece of drywall into the shape of that and make it usually a little bit smaller. Like I said, they got a method, like I was saying, with where you put them hooks on the sides. Like you get 4, put them on side, or you get 2 on one side, 2 on that side, 2 on the other side, 2 on the other side. You can do it that way, and then you screw the plywood. I mean, well, there's 2 hooks on there to catch it, and then there's a screw on it. You can screw it into the metal, and it'll hold. You have to get them metal screws, and it'll hold, and then you're solid. Or I've seen this, they call it the California way, where you would cut to the sides of it, and then you would cut around the edges, so you have, and you rip off some of the drywall, so you have that paper going around. And that papers is the same concept of that adhesive like tape around it, same concept, but it's you actually having a drywall. I didn't want to do all of that. That's too much. When I could get this same concept and that adhesive stick already on there and that metal cover, and I could tape it up around there, go around the edges of the drywall, have that on there first, and then fill it in. Same concept, just it's not as drywall and it's not as thick. That's the way I chose to do it. The easiest way, simple way. Amateurs can do it. Veterans who know how to do drywall can do it. Anybody can do it. So I chose to do it that way. That's the way I chose to do it. Simplest for me, quick for me, and the way y'all can see and watch how it happens. So with that being said, the next thing y'all see me doing is sandpaper. That being said, we'll catch you on the next one.